In the past videos, we've already learned some basics of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. But now, we will look at this disorder in the context of a family member. In today's inspiration calling video, we will go through the 7 signs to look out for if you think you have a narcissistic mother. But before we even get there, help us grow our community by subscribing to our channel. This is a safe space to learn more about you, your personality, and anything involving psychology. Please don't forget to click the notification bell too so we can notify you whenever we upload new content. If you're done with that, let's get straight into the video. By nature, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is complex. If you want to know how to handle a family member that may have this condition, you must understand how it can present in their actions first. It's unfortunate, but many children who grew up with narcissistic parents fail to see that their experiences aren't normal, and their parents' actions aren't justifiable because they do not know that conditions such as narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, exist. What's worse is the fact that they can even blame themselves for whatever they are going through. To help you avoid this, here are 7 signs that may tell you your mother has narcissistic tendencies. 1. Your boundaries aren't important to her. Even when parents are deemed to hold the authority over their kids, healthy parenting still involves them respecting their children's boundaries. This is especially true when their son or daughter is already capable of making their own decisions. Even when they do not agree with it or do not see the point of the decision, they respect what their child chooses because they know that they do not own their kids. However, parents with NPD struggle with this. Most of the time, narcissistic mothers thirst for control and power over their children. This gets worse to the point that they step over other people's boundaries just to feel that sense of control. This can be seen in situations where you have clearly communicated your boundaries, but your mom still doesn't listen to you. For example, you've already told her not to go to your apartment unannounced because even if she's your mother, there are still times you do not have the right energy to receive visitors. However, she still comes whenever she wants without even calling you first. This is an example of stepping over someone's boundaries. 2. She lacks empathy. When their child is in suffering, most parents experience excruciating pain. They then make an effort to pay attention to their child's preferences and individual requirements. In fact, when they are out of tune with their children, many parents experience feelings of guilt or shame. Narcissistic relationships have a particular way of expressing this dynamic. Children of parents with NPD frequently claim that their parents lack empathy and exhibit little concern for their emotional needs, according to research. Additionally, they express feelings of invisibility, as if their mother lacks the time or energy to properly notice or comprehend them. 3. It feels like she's competing with you. Most of the time, you would hear how parents would sacrifice anything just to give out what is best for their children. This is why many people think being a parent is a noble role because it involves a lot of love, care, and sacrifices for the good of your kids. However, when you grew up with narcissistic mothers, you may feel the opposite. There is a high chance that narcissistic mothers will compete with their kids, especially if they have daughters. If other parents celebrate the growth of their daughters into womanhood, narcissistic mothers will envy their daughters' youth, beauty, and success. This can result in the common mother and daughter dynamic where the mother keeps on criticizing every move their daughter makes. There are even other mothers who go as far as sabotaging their daughters. 4. There is a lot of gaslighting. Although the phrase gaslighting is complicated, it basically refers to a type of psychological abuse where the goal is to make the victim seem insane. Gaslighting can take many different forms, but one of them is being told you're being dramatic or overreacting because you have a sensation. Additionally, they may try to dissuade you by making you believe that their words were only made in jest or by lying about the conduct even when challenged. Most of the time, it includes getting you to doubt your gut instincts. 5. She is different in public and in private. Narcissistic people love to make the world believe that they are good people. As a result, narcissistic mothers may show their children 2 different treatments depending if someone is looking or not. In public, they can be the sweetest mother in the world. They will even brag about your achievements and how good of a kid you are. They will show you their loving side so people can see it too. But when there's only the 2 of you, they can turn back again into the cruel, dismissive, or largely detached mom. It's also sad to think that what they do in public does not come from a genuine concern for your needs, but from wanting to keep the image of the perfect parent they've created for themselves. 6. She always plays the victim card. Of course, narcissistic people do not want the world to find out who they really are. Due to this, they do everything they can to gain the sympathy and attention of other people. Even when they have hurt you, they will play the victim card and manipulate you into thinking that you've hurt them instead. This can also be seen in the way they approach the dramas in life. They may be constantly complaining about the issues they are involved with and how much they are damaging her. She does this to gain the sympathy of other people and so that she's always the center of the stories. 7. She takes advantage of others. Narcissists frequently shirk responsibility and rely on others to fulfill their wants. Furthermore, they frequently violate social norms in order to conform to their preconceived beliefs of how things ought to operate. A narcissistic mother may therefore constantly seek to exploit others in order to further their own interests. Instead of choosing friends based on how they feel, they frequently do so based on what those people might be able to offer. If you feel like your mom, or any parent in this case, has exhibited these signs, it is better to know how to manage or deal with them properly. Sure, it can be difficult to face the manipulation techniques of someone with NPD, but with the help of these coping mechanisms and techniques, you can be better at doing so. Although we cannot promise that you will have a totally healed and better relationship with your mother, this video will try to help you protect your well-being and honor your personal needs. Here is what you can do. 1. Learn more about narcissism. There are probably various kinds of narcissism, according to a new study on the complex subject of narcissism. You may be able to analyze your mother's actions more clearly if you educate yourself on this disease. 2. Put an end to self-blame. Your self-esteem was probably severely harmed by your mother's narcissistic conduct if she frequently denigrated, shamed, or condemned you. You might have grown up genuinely thinking that you were the issue. That is untrue. Children merit our love, respect, and compassion. Do not forget that NPD is a mental condition, and it is not your fault that your mother behaved in such a way. 3. Be firm with your boundaries. Just like what was said earlier, people with NPD are not good at acknowledging and respecting the boundaries of others. Your mother may be the same too. If you grew up with her techniques, there is a tendency you will have a hard time creating and implementing your own boundaries. You may even give in to your mom just so that you do not trigger her. If you are having a hard time doing so, just think that setting healthy boundaries does not only help you but also help your mom. However, always remember that these boundaries wouldn't be of help if you do not take the effort to be firm in upholding them. Spend some time reflecting on your limitations, naming them, accepting them, and stating them unequivocally. 4. Find support. It will be a tough battle. This is why you need to surround yourself with people who will be there to support, listen, and even validate you. Keep your circle to people who want what is best for you. You need a lot of their help and moral support throughout this journey. 5. Consider no contact. If you feel like you can no longer handle her manipulation and gaslighting, or you just need time to process things, you can try doing the no contact approach. This means that you literally cut the connection between the both of you in terms of texting, calls, and other means of communication. This is the best way to go if you feel like nothing has ever worked in helping you manage things. 6. Try gray rocking. In case you do have to maintain contact with your mother, you want to avoid or even limit arguments and negative emotions that may drain out your energy. You can do this through the gray rock method. Disengaging from the other person is essentially what the gray rock method alludes to. You deliberately try to appear bored, indifferent, or unresponsive. Instead of choosing sides, you may respond with one-word responses and dismiss them. Your mother will eventually lose patience, but she can also start seeking for other ways to cause trouble. 7. Accept it. You cannot change her. It's well recognized that personality disorders are tough to treat, and it's quite challenging for a narcissist to change. Treatment frequently calls for some level of drive, openness, and commitment to change. Trying to change your mother frequently backfires into more manipulation and abuse since she might not even be aware that she has a problem. A better response would be to just accept that you are not in control of the change you want to see. No matter what you do, if your mother is not willing, no change will be seen. Focus on protecting and taking care of yourself instead. That's it for today's video. You can leave any of your questions, suggestions, or reactions in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever a new video is up. Until next time. Thank you for watching.